And we're delighted to have with us the very gifted and multi-talented and very beautiful Jennifer Savage, a pianist, and she does so many other things. Jennifer, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Steve. It's always a
Uh,
pleasure.
Jennifer, where are you talking to us from?
I am talking to you from Michigan, actually, a lake house. So, yeah, I'm kind of a ways out.
Are you
A
living
bit
in
different. Yeah.
Michigan or just vacationing?
No, I'm just vacationing at my friend's lake house, and yeah, it's a bit different from my usual like New York City or DC um,
Right,
base of operations. Let's
right.
call it.
Now,
Yeah.
we'll get right down to it. At the Carnegie performance, you performed a wonderful piece by Liszt, the Rhapsody Espagnole. How long have you been playing that piece?
I've been playing that piece since my master's back in 2021, 22. So it's been a piece I've been just keeping on hand because it's a real finger breaker. It really
Right.
is. I mean, with the octaves and everything, it's a great warm up piece actually. So it's been a while, a couple years on this piece. Yeah, it's a great one.
And you got your master's degree at Manhattan in 2020, right in there. Was that during the pandemic? Was that a difficult challenge?
Yeah, it was right after my undergrad in 2019, and then I immediately did my master's. So there was definitely an overlap there with 2020. I mean, my first year started out normally, on campus, and everyone was in person, and it was normal. And then midway, I think it was spring semester of 2020,
Right.
everything just changed. And none of us knew it at the time. You know,
No,
Everyone went to
no.
class like normal. I remember my performance class was just completely normal with the harpsichordist, a wonderful person, Kenneth Cooper, who sadly
Oh, yeah.
passed, I think, during the pandemic. He was a great teacher of Bach, but yeah, everyone went to class normally, and then we came back. We were sent off, and then we came back, and it was we were like, nope, we can't come back anymore. We have to. Everyone's transitioning to Zoom, so yeah, it was a definite uh hiccup,
Well,
unexpected
well,
hiccup for everybody. Yeah,
but you got through it and you got your master's degree, so congratulations on
I
that.
did.
Now,
Yeah.
now, now you've also performed at quite a few competitions around the world. I see you've played in Mexico, you played at the embassy in Italy, you've been all
Yeah.
around. And
Yeah.
yeah, tell us about performing in Italy.
Italy was magical. I went there and performed Rachmaninoff Piano Concerto Number Two, first movement with the Virtuosi Brunensis Orchestra, and we were in this beautiful historic town, a little town called Perugia, and it's one of those very history laden little like sleepy villages where we got to the whole city is kind of based around one main cobblestone street, and then at the end of that cobblestone street, of course, is the piazza where everyone kind of gathers and chills, and at the end of the piazza there's a palazzo, and we performed concerti every night in the palazzo, which was this big stone like fortress building, on a beautiful what was it, the a beautiful like 9 foot piano that they had in that huge fortress.
Mhm.
It was great. It was an awesome experience, and just to play in a town like that to all the people of Perugia were amazingly friendly, and it was an awesome experience there. Yeah, great
So
food
you,
also.
so you,
Yeah.
and you've also performed in Luxembourg and in Mexico, and
Oh yeah, the
was this,
embassies. Yes.
yeah. Now,
Yeah.
your performance at Carnegie, that wasn't your first appearance at Carnegie, was it?
No, no. I regularly perform at Carnegie with doing collaborative piano and playing, wherever anyone needs me. I'm the Carnegie pianist here and there. So it's always a great time doing that. Yeah.
Now, speaking of that, in addition to the Rhapsody Espagnole, you also accompanied people at this gala concert, didn't you? So
Yes.
you're a collaborative pianist, as they call it.
Yes. Funny story about that.
Go
I
ahead. Go ahead.
I I accompanied people right before the list, the Spanish Rhapsody, and then also right after. And I was wearing a gigantic dress. It was like blue and white, and the biggest dress I've ever performed in. Honestly, like it was like ballroom gown status. But before that, I was in accompanying attire, like just this more simple, like easy dress. But my solo was in between all of these collaborative projects. So after I got off the list, Spanish Rhapsody, I immediately ran backstage, to whatever room that I could find to just change out of that stuff. And it's like it's a complicated ballroom gown. I was freaking out at some point. I remember just opening the door and yelling like, how much time do I have? And then the Carnegie stagehands were like, it's okay, you'll be fine. There's just like, two more people and then it'll be you. I'm like, okay, I'm almost there. Like, after sweating it through the list, and then I'm just running around trying to do a costume change. I was like, I've never done such an intense costume change before. And once I got it all, everything like wrapped up, and I'm finally back in my collaborative pianist attire. I'm like, okay, I'm good. Back on stage, back to work. it was it was a whirlwind. It was a costume change.
Yeah.
It was a lot. But
You and
yeah.
Taylor Swift.
Oh, we would get along. Yeah, we would really connect on
You and
that one.
you and Taylor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, in addition to your solo performing, you're accompanying, and
Mhm.
the places you played around the world. You're also there's a little sign behind you that says Jack Price is Right. Tell us a little bit about that and about your role as an interviewer.
There is. So yes, I am the host of the show, Jack Price is Right, where it's a sort of philosophy, musical, but philosophy combined show where we talk about how music relates to us as an artist, as a musician, as an artist manager, and as a marketer, all facets of life. And it is also co-hosted by my partner in crime, as I like to call them, but also a wonderful person, uh, Dick Ronatamian, who was formerly known as Atamian, the pianist. But he is now, artist manager of Jack Price Attractions. And we kind of explore and dive a bit into his experience as an artist manager, and talk about what it takes to be a musician. I mean, he had a long career, winning the Nuremberg competition during its 50th anniversary, and then he transitioned into becoming an artist manager, and managing so many different people from all across the world, so many different musicians. He has a lot of experience in the industry, and we kind of talk about some of that experience. He also demonstrates on the piano. We talk about life. He's got a lot to say. I never know what's gonna happen, but it's always a fun time. It really is. So yeah, check
And,
us out.
and
We go live on Fridays usually, and we've gone through 2 seasons of Jack Price is Right now, and it's been a good wild ride. Yeah.
now, people watching this, where do they find The Price is Right and you and Jack?
Yeah, we are streaming on all the major platforms, whether it's Vimeo, Facebook, Twitter, X. We're even streaming on Twitch, so you can check us out on YouTube. Just search for Jack Price is Right or Virtual Concert Halls. We're also on LinkedIn and Alignable. It's we've got a lot of amazing feedback and reception. A lot of people have some interesting things to say, and we want to kind of shine a light on that. So
I
yeah,
understand. I understand. I understand. One episode got 95,000 views.
it did. Yes, yeah,
That's a
it
lot.
did. So we stream on LinkedIn, and one of our episodes from season 2, it's called Stop, Look, and listen. That episode reached 95,000 impressions on LinkedIn and many views as well. And yeah, it was an impressive, just viral moment for us. So I guess it was
Right.
a good episode. I hope it was. I hope people enjoyed it. So
Well, you
yeah.
really are a multifaceted artist with your wonderful piano artistry and your ability to accompany, and then your hosting of the Jack Price is Right. Before we wrap
Sure.
up, Jennifer, tell us
Yeah.
what's in your future, what's coming up for you.
So I believe I have two CD album recordings coming out. One will be Rachmaninoff Piano Concerto Number 2, First Movement, with the Czech Bohuslav Martinu Philharmonic, and that is recorded on the Road to Zlin, which has come out. And then also I have another recording coming out in the pipeline, where I performed in Lviv, Ukraine, with the Lviv National Philharmonic Orchestra of Ukraine, playing Gershwin's Concerto in F. And that will be coming out as well as a recording. And in September, coming up very soon, I will be opening the season for Paducah Symphony Orchestra in Kentucky, Paducah, Kentucky. So I will be performing Rachmaninoff Piano Concerto Number 2 with Paducah. That is September 13th, season opener. So that is very
Yeah.
exciting. Conducted by Raphael Ponti. So I'm excited for all of that.
Well, we're all going to rush to Paducah to hear that. Now,
Yeah.
the recordings you mentioned, have you already made those? You made a recording in Lviv?
Yes, yes, I
You
did.
already
I
did it.
yes, this was in December of 2024. I traveled to Ukraine for that and recorded with Lviv. So it's coming out soon.
Hmm.
um, yeah.
No, I understand. I understand that uh, uh, the concert in Paducah will be streamed by Sound Espressivo.
Yes, it will
So,
be.
so
Yeah.
well, that saves me a trip to Paducah.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah. So if you can't make it quite, to fit in your schedule, check out the stream. It will be live streamed, the concert on September 13th, where we open the season for Paducah, will be streamed. So it will be great.
So from Lviv to Paducah. Now, what was it like to play in Lviv? Because the war was raging. What was it like to play in the middle of a war? It was Ukraine is a war zone.
It
And
is. Yeah.
how did it feel to go there and play?
Honestly, it was really nerve-wracking at first. I mean, for all the reasons you mentioned, it is a war zone, and uh, there was always the constant threat of like possible, attack or um, stuff like that. But when I crossed the border at night, I flew into Poland to get there. There was a lot of new steps I had to take, but there were sirens actually even the morning of my concert at like 6 a.m. We got woken up because there were sirens across Lviv, and there had been an attack in Kiev, which was, very, very disturbing, really. Yeah.
Right.
But when I got there and talking to the people of Lviv, of the orchestra and the people on the streets and the stores, everyone was just so resilient and kind and just living their normal lives. I didn't really get the sense everyone was just normal and strong about it. People just walked around and kept going, kept moving forward, and that was really great to see. Yeah.
Well, I admire you for having the courage to go. We'll look forward to that recording, and we'll look forward to the stream of the Rachmaninoff Second from Paducah.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much, Steve. It's always great
Jennifer,
chatting.
very wonderful to see you, and I hope to see you soon.
Yeah, thank you, Steve. See
Take
you.
care. Bye.